4-5 systems of linear inequalities. You will be able to graph and solve a system of linear inequalities. So here you have two linear inequalities. Y is greater than x minus 2. So y-intercept is -2. Slope is a +1. Starting at -2 on our graph, up 1 over 1. And you can either keep going, go backwards. Because it is a greater than, it's going to have a dashed line. And then things that are greater than you is going to be shaded above the line. So for right now, if you have different colors, you can make this a different color and shade this whole area one color. Let's do the bottom one. Y-intercept is a +1, but slope is -1. So starting at +1, negative, so we're going down to the right. Because this has a equal sign, that means that my line is going to be solid. And things that are less than you, shaded below. And then if you're using two different colors, where the two colors come into contact, or where my two arrows meet, is all in this corner. So any ordered pair in this area, or any ordered pair on the solid line, will be able to work for both inequalities. So that would be the solution of that system of linear inequalities. It's any ordered pair that make up all the inequalities. You can, letter B. Be careful here. If I notice, both of them have the exact same slope, but they have different y-intercepts. So this one starts at 2, but it goes down 1 to the right. This one has an equal sign, so this one is a solid line. So my y-intercept was 2, my slope was a negative line. It is solid, and since it's greater than, it would be shaded above the line. The bottom one, my y-intercept is -2, but it's still a slope of -1. A dashed line because my inequality is less than, and things less than you would be shaded below. Because these two colors would never overlap or intersect, then this system would have no solution. You can pause and try the triads on your own. Here, be careful. My y-intercept here, there is no plus or minus b, so my b is 0. My 2 represents my slope, so starting at the origin, going up to 1 to the right, it is a less than, so that is a dashed line. None of these points would be included in my answer, and this would be less than, so shaded below. Next, my b here is a -3, and my slope is a 0. That makes it a horizontal dashed line. Things greater than -3 are shaded above, and my two arrows come into contact right in here. So any ordered pair in this darkened area would be a solution. Letter B would start at 1. Slope is at -2. Y-intercept 1. Down 2 to the right 1. This one has an equal sign, so this one is a solid line. Shaded above. The bottom one has a y-intercept of 2, a slope of 1. This one has a dashed line because it's greater than. And things greater than you are above you. So both colors come into contact right in this spot. Next is the reverse. They're going to give us the graph and we have to come up with the inequality. So the solution, so the slope of the red boundary line is 2. Oh, and it has a y-intercept of 3. So it starts at 3 and then it goes up 2 to the right 1. So the red has a y-intercept of 3 and a slope of 2. It is a dashed line and it's shaded below, so it should be less than. So y is less than my slope of 2x plus 3. My blue line has a y-intercept of 4, but that line is going down, so I know my slope is negative. There's little points here, so my slope is a -1. Solid and shaded above, so y is greater than or equal to a -1x plus 4. Would be the system of inequalities for this graph. You can pause, try these on your own next. My red. Be careful because these are going by 2's. Starts at +2 and then it is going up. There's a point right here. So 2, 4, 6, it goes up 6 and then to the right 2, so that would be slope of 3. So y is, it's a solid line. I know I need the equal sign. It's shaded above. So greater than or equal to a slope of 3 and then starts at the y-intercept +2. My blue line has a y-intercept of a -2, also has a positive slope, up 2 to the right 2, +1. So my blue line, y is, it is shaded below and it's solid, so less than or equal to a 1x minus 2. Letter B, my red line has a y-intercept of 0 right at the origin. It has going down, negative slope. It's going down 2 to the right 1. So my slope, is going down by 2. So 2, 4, still -4/2 is still -2. So and then it's shaded above a dash line. So y is greater than a -2x. I don't need to put +0. My blue line starts at -2, -4, positive slope, up 2 to the right 4, so 2/4 is a 1/2. So my blue line is y is, it is shaded below a solid line, so less than or equal to a 1/2 x minus 4. So those would be the two systems of inequalities for those two graphs. Example 3, Malia has $500 to purchase water bottles and pairs of socks for a fundraiser for her school's cross-country team. She needs to buy a total of at least 200 items, and then she has $500 to purchase. What graph shows the possible numbers of water bottles and pairs of socks that Malia could buy? So at least 200 items. Water bottles is represented by X, socks represented by Y. So all the water bottles plus all the socks at least greater than or equal to 200. And then each water bottle is $2 plus each socks are $3. At most, you can't go over 500, but you can spend all of it. So less than or equal to 500 would be your system of inequalities. And then asking us to graph greater than or equal to 200, 2x plus 3y less than. The easiest way to graph on a word problem would be using quadrant 1, only my positives. I am going to go by 4s on my graph. Easiest is to find your x and y intercept. So if I want to find how many water bottles I can buy without buying any shoes, socks, replace y with 0. So I can buy 200 water bottles, so that would be at 200, 0. Or I can buy 200 socks with no water bottles. So this starts at 40, 80, 120, 160. This would be at 200. This would be at 200 since I'm going by 40s, not by 4. My bad. So 200, 0, and then 0, 200, solid line. And this would be shaded above. Next, if I want to find how many water bottles I can buy at $2 each with no socks, 2x equals to 500. And I can buy 250 water bottles with no socks. So that's 240. That would be 280. So 250 would be right about here. And then my 3y equals to 500. It is going to give you a decimal, so just kind of round. 500 divided by 3 is 166.7, so 0. So about 167. This is about 160 here, so right about there. And then from point to point, hopefully you have a ruler. And then that should be less than. So the two colors would come into contact right about here. Hopefully your lines are a little bit straighter than mine. The next question would be, would she have enough to buy, can she buy 75 water bottles and 100 pairs of socks? So 75 water bottles and 100 socks. Well, it would be less than or equal to 500, but I would need 200 items, and 75 plus 100 is not going to be greater than or equal to 200, so that would be no. That would not work. She would need a few more items. She would need 25 of something more, at least. So less than, all points would be below a dashed line, greater than or equal to, all points above the solid line. This would be this would be dashed, shaded above. This would be solid, shaded below. Number 6 would be, the first one would be dashed, shaded below. The bottom one would be solid, shaded above. Number 7, graph. There's no y-intercept here, so that's 0. Slope is a -3, starting at 0, 1, 2, 3, 1 to your right. This one is a solid line. Oops, let's pretend it's going through my points. Less than, shaded below. Y is less than 2. My y-intercept is a 2. My slope is a 0. That is a dashed horizontal line going through 2, less than. So the 2 arrows meet right in here. Number 8. My y-intercept here is -4. My slope is a -1. This one is a solid line. Things greater than you are shaded above. This one, my y-intercept is 0. My slope is a -1. Oh, oops. This slope is a +1. My bad. So that should go the other way. My apologies. Up 1 to the right 1. Here we go. Solid line. Starting this one at 0, going down 1 to the right. This one is a dashed line. The solid one shaded above, the dashed shaded below, and both colors come into contact right in here. Number 9, what would be the system of inequalities shown by the graph? One is a vertical line, one is a horizontal. So we can do the blue one first. It's vertical, only touching -2. So x is something to -2. It's dashed, shaded to the right. Numbers to the right of -2 are greater. Red, it's a horizontal line. Y is something, it is crossing 4. It is dashed and it's shaded below, so less than. So x is greater than -2 and y is less than 4. And that is lesson 4-5.